Mary.
Hello, Susan.
So you're going to be the new seminarian at Christ Church.
Yes, I'm very excited about that.
That's so cool. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I just finished my second year at EDS at Union Theological Seminary in Manhattan. And my home church is St. George's in Newburgh. I live in Newburgh with my wife, and we have two daughters. They're grown up and out of the house. One is in college and one's in law school.
Very nice. That's very cool. And so I know that this is a huge and unfair question, but what made you decide to go into ministry?
This is, how many hours do you have?
The Reader's Digest version.
So I was working as a psychiatrist for about 20 years, always in public service, and I was also always very involved in the church about the same amount of time in different ways. And I went through a period of my life where I felt like God was doing something different, that my work, which was surprising to me because it was always much more than a job for me. My work was becoming not the most vital thing in my life, and church was becoming the thing where all the life was. A lot of different things happened, but you could just say that I got the call, and
Nice.
It unfolded over a period of a few years. And I left psychiatry, and at first thought, oh, I'm doing this really, really strange thing, and really throwing away my career, that in some ways it felt selfish to my family, and all of that turned out to be not true at all. It's been not at all a complete break or a throwing away of something. It's sort of like a continuation on a path that I was on, and a lot of things have come together in a wonderful way. And in a way, it's affected my whole family. They would maybe tell you a different story of whether it's been so great, but it's been a wonderful thing.
That's fantastic. And tell us a little bit about how you envision this next year at Christ Church. What will you be doing, and what are you hoping to learn?
I'm excited to be in the Hudson Valley near my home, because my last field placement was at St. Edward the Martyr in New York City, which was great too, but I'm kind of excited to be closer to home and learning the area and learning a church that I haven't been at. I anticipate that I'm going to be involved in Sunday worship in different ways. And that I'm going to be leading some small group activities, and just really getting to know the community is the thing I'm most excited about.
That's fantastic. Lovely. And this is a question I like to ask everybody during this time. What has been the most surprising thing about the pandemic, about the last 3 months for you? What have you kind of found out about yourself, or about your family, or about your faith? What's been sort of the blessing in the pandemic?
There's actually been a lot of blessings in the pandemic, surprising, which is maybe the most surprising thing at all. I mean, it has been difficult in some ways, but one surprising and lovely thing to find out is that all of my years of spiritual practices, which when I was being drawn to them seems, like, why am I doing this? But it's the fruits of it are that I'm able to be with myself through the ups and downs of emotions, and through unstructured time, and I'm just able to be with myself in a good way, and to be with others. And another surprising and wonderful thing is that despite all of the limitations of worship that we're living with now and grieving, that there's some new things we've been opened up to, like learning new skills, like doing a video interview, like and learning different platforms for worship, but also having access to things across time and space, that I can see other worshiping communities that were not accessible to me before. I can I can make connections between communities or between people that I wouldn't have been able to do before. That's been a gift during this time.
That's fantastic. And then tell the people who are watching, what'll be your first Sunday at Christ Church? How will you appear? In clouds descending and clouds ascending? When will you join us?
I can't remember the exact date, but it's sometime in August. And I will appear in whatever format we're able to appear in at that time. Whether it's being going on the YouTube or being pre-taped or whatever, I'll be happy to be there in whatever form we can.
Great. Well, we can't wait till you join us in August, Mary. And until then, have a great summer.
Yes, thank you.